because we have a lot of people. Just tell me. I'll let. Hello, everybody. How's it going? So, a lot of faces here today. We've got two very special guests. Special guest one is me. I'm here, which is different than normal.
You
And
muted
the
on
other guest.
Meet so no one, your captions are picking up.
Oh well, blurb. Let me do that again. Oh, why
Much
is
guess.
it? Oh, it is not working with me. 1 second, they're here, everybody.
That is whole ass karma.
Yeah. It says microphone is blocked. Why is my microphone blocked? Blocked temporarily. Let's stop blocking this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I might have earned some karma. Anyway, hey everybody, how's it going? I'm your GM. I'm gonna get the captions going in just a second here, but let's start with the introduction. We've got two very special guests with us, and no, it's not me. It's the one and only Bree and Werewolf Fields, which I love that name with all of my entire heart. And we've got a very special episode 12, which means that we are getting very close to our finale. So let's start with the most important part of every story, and that's the people that make it happen. And this time, we're gonna start with the king himself. AJ, tell us about yourself, who you are, what you're into, all that good stuff.
Hi, I'm AJ, also known as Husha Kid, and I am playing Eugene Festificker, man of sea and stars and King of Gloria. Eugene is he, they. I go by he, him, and we're going into town finally, and I'm gonna remember all my abilities and not forget any of them.
All right, moving right along, we have the supreme overlord of the channel, and I don't know why I just made this sound like Soviet Russia, but we've got Anita. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Anita. I am the founder and producer of the Critical Misses Network. That sounds weird to say. But anyways, I play Yenna Stein, and both of our pronouns are she, they. Your friendly Asmar paladin.
All right. Next, we've got the beautiful, the luscious, the sensual, and the bar spitting D.
Good afternoon, lovely people of the dark. My name is D, and tonight I will be playing Adezuko, the Echo Knight War Mage and member of the KingsGuard.
All right. And moving right along, we've got Darby, the dueling lolly Terminator.
Hello, it's me, Darby. I've forgotten what everyone else has said instantly. I should I play Arabella Chestnut. Yes, sorry, I use she, her pronouns, and so does Arabella. Is that everything I'm supposed to say?
Good enough.
Yeah! Woo!
All right, and we have the one, the only, the alive and not quite alive, the poisonous Osha or Harvard.
Hey everyone, my name is Harper, and I am playing Shosha Sestruis, your Yuan-Ti warlock, who is also not a Yuan-Ti, but also every other kind of creature. It's very confusing. My pronouns are she, they, and Shosha's are she, her.
All right, and the first of our guests, again, the mysterious, y'all don't know who they are yet, Werewolf Fields. Go ahead, tell us a little bit about yourself.
About myself. My name is Norden Ali, but yes, you can call me Werewolf. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me online at Werewolf Fields. And as for who I'm playing today, that is... Little secret just for you.
All right. And our second guest, I'm very hyped to have you here. I was joking. You both of y'all not guessing stuck now. I'm just kidding.
More art.
Come on, fan art. My name is Burrito. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm going to be playing Redacted today, who is a redacted for Redacted. And is somehow connected to Werewolf's character by Redacted. So who knows? You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, all the webs at Burrito_, and yeah, that's about it.
All right. So now that Redacted has redacted, let's go ahead and get into our Redacted.
Wait, hold up. You all realize that on the overlay we can see their characters' names, right?
Sure can.
Yeah, but
That's not the point. That's not the point.
Yeah,
That's not the point.
Quit trying to spoil our fun, Harper.
What I do.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, so let's get into it. When we last got together, our heroes were making the last leg of their trip to the Vale. And during that trip, they had a few heart-to-hearts with each other. And some of the entities that have taken an interest in their journey. Shosha was able to speak to an entity who knew quite a bit about the destiny that Shosha is walking down, and about something called the Viridian Maidens, the assassins for Gloria herself. Arabella was able to finally talk to Ariel, her dagger, which had some interesting results, we'll say. Yenna was able to talk to the new angel in their charge, finding out that they have been essentially recruited into a legion of archangels. And a day had a one-on-one with the god Saint Cuthbert, who gave a bit of a blessing for a day being the new captain of the harsh verdict, and also a warning that the ship's purpose was to bestow justice, and that if that purpose was diverted by its new captain, there might be some consequences. So we now find ourselves on the last leg of this trip. And the group has decided that they are going to dock in Varin. They saw a shipyard, a dock full of ships, and as they get closer to this dockyard, you start to realize that the ships, well, quite a few of them they appear to be long since abandoned. These are massive ships of war, massive ships of trade from all over. You recognize a couple from Stoneheart, you recognize a couple from Nervay, you recognize a couple from Devanora. But it appears that they haven't been touched in some time. You find a empty dock to land. Well, your ship does fly, so land the ship, and the crew begins to get to work tirelessly, just bounding it and making sure that it is set and settled and ready for whenever you all return. The no longer spectral quartermaster yells, "All right, everything's been taken care of. She's tied up real good, like, and ready to go. So you all are fine to be on your way. And if you see any nice knives there, give them to your boy, because this one's gotten a little dull, and you can see the fighting pit is just stained with blood.
I think you need to clean it. It might be. You know what? I'll get you a new knife. How's that?
Thank you. Make sure it's sharp.
Or wouldn't it be fun for you to sharpen it yourself? I could get you a cool little, like, sharpening tool.
Please make sure that it's sharp. I prefer to dull them than sharpen them.
Okay. Everyone's just gonna I would like to. Could I cast disguise self?
Absolutely. What are you trying to make yourself look like?
Just the most generic human being you can. Generic, just uninteresting.
Okay. So you look very boring.
Yes.
Yeah. What are the rest of you doing?
Eugene's gonna sit down and quickly consult the stars, do a vibe check on the day. So he's gonna do his cosmic omen. So even is a wheel, odd is a woe.
Okay. What do we got?
Let's roll a d20. It is an odd.
Which is a woe.
So it's a woe.
You look into the stars and you see the figure of a man in a crown walking amongst trees past the stream, and there are two figures at war. The closer you get, the more intense the war gets, until finally you get too close. And then you find yourself tangled in the battle.
Interesting. I'm sure that's nothing. But, okay. All right. Definitely got to go into this day with a little bit. I mean, he's already cautious, but a little bit more caution.
Okay. Yeah, you can feel like today is going to be a hard one.
Yep. All right. Eugene's gonna get up and just kind of like get all his very few belongings that he brought with him ready, and just like, are we ready to start the day?
I think Yenna will be the last to arrive on the deck of the ship. As always, they are the one that sleeps in. A word before we leave, I think. I had a visitor. Not the kind you generally ignore. The kind that will do like the gesture of wings.
Okay.
What did the visitor say? Or do?
Didn't do anything. Mostly issued a warning. None of us should use our true names, use false names if we can. No one should refer to me by name, specifically, was the instruction. So for now...
That's not at all ominous.
So let's So let's take some time right now to come up with some alternate names that we're just gonna have to drill in.
You can just call me Stein. You don't have to say my first name.
Mine
Or
should be obvious.
uh,
Just call me Captain.
Captain.
Connie will be fine. I think.
For some reason, I get the idea that calling you King may not be the best idea in mixed company just yet. So, did you have another idea in mind?
I used to know a halfling named Dolph. I'll take his name.
Good.
Sana should do.
Great. Noir, I'd like to, if there is one, I'd like to try and track down a dock master to see, like, what we need to...
The docks themselves look abandoned as well.
How
Can
long
I do
does it?
something before anyone gets off the boat, real quick?
Hmm?
Can I do something before anyone gets off the boat?
Sure.
Real quick. So Shosha will walk to each of you in turn and touch your shoulders. And Noir, I'm spending all 4 of my spell slots to do this right now.
Okay.
But with that information in the situation, Shosha is going to touch each of you on the shoulder and cast Death Ward on you. If we do run into the kind of trouble that usually results in mortal peril, this should protect you for a time. I strongly recommend that if you feel the spell take effect, you retreat so that we can regroup.
That is fair. I've also been struck with the remembering. So, you know the thing I do with magic? I'm not really supposed to... I'm probably not supposed to actually know how to do that. It's sort of an elven thing that I may or may not have been taught illegally or against the rules. In any case, don't be surprised if you don't see me doing that.
Do you have another way to channel your magical energies? Do you need another
Yes.
spell focus?
I have a spell book as well, and I'm probably using Castanea is probably fine. The issue is using any particular skills that are honed to my school of magic. That might be a little harder. So just
Hopefully we won't have to run into a situation in which we have to use magic.
yes, but I have a feeling almost like a cosmic being may put us in a situation. I don't know.
Well, I happened to speak to one just recently, and that's the situation that we're being put in.
There we go.
After Shosha's done casting Death Ward on each person in the group, she'll cast Mage Armor on herself.
I honestly, looking at Arabella's new look, I honestly don't know that hiding your appearance is necessarily going to be a good thing.
See, that is for in case my sister or her cronies are wandering around.
To be fair, your sister and her cronies know what we all look like.
Yes, but they don't. But at least if
The
I could get
the
the
group
jump
of
on
us
them.
wandering around with a perfectly normal-looking human girl isn't at all suspicious. So.
I'd at least be able to maybe get a jump on them. Also, just feels a little more comfortable this way. Also, my knife this dagger might do some things. Very odd. Don't worry about it. It probably won't affect you.
We'll just
And
unpack
you're
that
all
later.
off of the boat, and now now you are in the forest about a mile and a half into town, or into the direction of town.
Hmm?
Do we just we just
Oh, wait. I okay.
no, see, never mind. Ariel, do you want to say hi to everyone?
Please, actually, don't have her say hi to me. That was not pleasant.
Don't occupy anyone else's things. Just can you speak to other people?
There's not a sound.
You know, the more you tell me about that dagger, the happier I am that I let you take it instead of keeping it with me.
Yes. Well, she wants to play a game. So we'll see how this goes. I'm hopefully not going to fall 500 feet again.
So Stein and wow, I'm calling you Stein. Yenna and Shosho, roll me perception checks.
Oh god. Oh god.
Well, I mean, I think everyone has like a +1 to their roll at this point.
Yeah,
Yes.
true.
I'm not perceptive, but we'll try.
It's not too hard to see, and here I am going to go ahead and
That's a 14 total with the +1 from the
And
travel
the
point
13
reduction.
total with the +1s. Actually, no, I think I have a plus.
You have a +2.
A +2, so also a 14.
Okay. So it's not too hard to see. You're in the middle of this forest that it looks like you're in a dead patch of forest. There's a stream that's kind of just coursing through, and I'm going to go ahead and that's not important. It's a dead looking forest with a stream that's kind of crisscrossing its way, and in the middle of it you see an elven man in a fine purple silk blouse with a cup of wine, and he's just kind of just stumbling about drinking, and then he goes, "You're not supposed to be here."
Sorry, didn't know.
If we're not supposed to be here, then where should we be? Pray tell you can direct us, maybe?
Well, have either of you been claimed? Which side of the fence are you on? Who are you here to see exactly?
Forgive us, we're new. Apologies. If you could impart some...
Forgive you for what? What have you done? What do you want? Why are you here?
Well, a bit of your time and information, if you can spare it.
Well, clearly I can spare it. I mean, I'm talking to you right now.
Right.
No, you don't smell like humans. You're something else, something different. That's fun.
Well, for starters, if you could perhaps impart on us where we are?
You're in the Vale. Which parts of the Vale is not important unless you're someone who isn't of the Vale. The land is this, the land, and the land lasts forever. So, have you been claimed? Which regent have you come to see?
I'm afraid we haven't been claimed. Would you mind telling us a little bit more about these regents?
Well, there we are. That's the problem. That's why the land is so upset with you. You're just walking around here as if you have the right to not belong to someone.
Can I inside check this person?
Absolutely, you can.
do I add the +1 or the +2?
I believe
Yeah,
you
it's
only
plus.
had a plus.
I was given both.
You were given both.
So you get to choose.
+1 will be hunky dory for a dirty 20.
What are you trying to find out about this gentleman?
The thing he said, like walking around without being owned, was that what he said? Claimed?
Yeah.
Just he's not like yanking us around, is he? Or like, is he being genuine, or is he like kind of like trying
Yes,
to?
he's being completely genuine. How dare you non-elves walk here on the land of my father and my father's father and my father's father's father without at least letting us know that you're here. Your kind always destroy the land. You don't know
didn't know who to
how
speak.
to put back what you take. I've seen what it looks like outside, and it's deplorable. And you would walk here in the land of my father and my father's father and my father's father's father.
My good sir, we do sincerely apologize. We did not intend to intrude so abruptly. If you could perhaps allow me to persuade you to tell us to whom you believe we should belong and who the other side is, we'd be more than happy to make our way to the appropriate location.
Are you daft? I've told you. What are the regions?
Yes, but see, we're not sure. We are, assume that we are but newborn babes. We know nothing of the region, unfortunately, and we do not know who these regions are.
Well, even our newborn babes would know to be claimed before stepping on the land of my father and my father and my father's father's father.
But see, we are newborn babes of elsewhere, so we would not know.
So you're only useful as long as you're claimed, or else you are bid to die.
Where would we go to be claimed?
Well, I suppose, as I am the one that had the terrible misfortune of stumbling upon you and your ilk, and the duty and responsibility fall on me to report you to one of the elders.
That would be wonderful if you wouldn't mind. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, first off, discard any weaponry that you might have on your person, including magical tomes or anything of the sort. We won't have you pulling your outsider trickery.
Might there be a place that we can place them and reclaim them later? These are somewhat...
Do you mind if we return to our ships to drop them off?
Well, of course I mind. You've already walked on the land of my father and my
Technically
father's
speaking, we
father
didn't
and my
actually
father's
walk.
father.
We just sort of stood here. We haven't actually moved. We just appeared. We didn't
Then
technically
how
walk.
would you get back to your ship without taking a step?
Well, Yenna will flutter out the wings. I could just fly back with all of our things.
Oh, great. One of those.
There's no need to be racist.
I could just flutter back with all of our
I'm
things.
sorry,
And then I wouldn't
don't-
technically walk on the land. I would fly above it.
I don't think that we exchange names. You can call me Captain Leon, and that day will extend a hand.
Ew, I would not sully my hands at their dirtiest with contact with the likes of you. Huh.
Right.
Is there an epithet by which we can call you?
What is it that you outsiders say? Liege Lord, I at least would be a lord, I think, in these parts. You know, I am somewhat important, so we will say my liege. Perhaps, yes! You will call me my liege. It is the finest word in your common.
Okay, your liege.
Is it your liege or my liege?
Well,
never
you asked
get
Your
it
liege.
quite.
You asked that we call you. You said.
Oh,
call-
you're doing some manner of trickery, and
No,
the time
no
is
trickery.
running out on your wings. I know your type. Run out of energy, so you won't be getting very far soon.
Fair enough.
I've tricked you with wordplay, and now you will be grounded like the rest of these people.
Very well, my liege. Shosha will do a very proper court curtsy. Where might me and my companions place our weaponry so that we might recover it later after we have sworn to a regent?
What gesture was that you did just now? How rude.
It is how those in my homeland greet those of such importance as you.
How terribly foul.
Are you sure? Because how I do it is this. This is the tradition.
Are you hungry? That,
Piece of
that
the
would-
world.
that would mean that you are rather famished. And if you think that you will get any of my food, I must tell you.
Well, you see, food is, it's very customary to present new arrivals with food in my area, which is why this is the natural custom.
And that is why you and your kind are so wasteful. Why would you give food to people who are not hungry? Does it make sense? Because they came to your house? If they come to your house after just leaving from a feast, then you just waste more food. This silly tradition of yours is just further proof that we, the people of the land of my father and my father's father and my father's father's father, have a much better understanding of how to do things than you and your winged kind. Now, which region do you intend to be claimed by? Oh yes, you don't
to be fair,
know
Yetta
because
speaks
you're like
Elvish.
babes.
So what would Yetta have known that meant I'm quite rather hungry?
This is Old High Elvish, so I'm going to say roll me a history check, DC 15.
Absolutely.
Shosha also
Oh.
speaks Elvish.
Eugene
Eugene,
also speaks Elvish. Can we all roll?
DC 15.
Eugene,
that is a
and
15.
AJ's
That is a
Yeah.
15.
hurts
A history check?
so much.
I'm sorry, Eugene, what do you say?
Eugene and my head hurts so much from that one conversation.
You know that he is. This isn't material plane Elvish tradition. This is Feywild Elvish tradition. It's very, very old school.
If we are in the Vale, then are we currently in the Feywild, or have we not crossed over yet?
I don't know, are you?
My liege, would
How
you
would you
mind
know?
informing us, have we come so far into the Vale as to be in the High Forest?
Truly like babes, all of you. Are you in the high forest? Do you still have what are those things that you people, a pulse? Do you still have a heartbeat? If you do, then congratulations. You're not so foolish as to have made it to the high forest. Because I assure you, if you did, you would have neither the pulse or the heartbeat required to have such a pulse. You understand?
I actually don't really have a pulse, so I thought it would be best to check.
Oh God, are you one of those undead things?
Not technically, no.
A day
Not
will take Focus
technically.
Breaker off of his back, and we'll just set it hammer side down in the crossroad, and just go. Can I keep it there? Does this work?
What part of the land will claim your weapons? Did I not say that? The land will claim your weapons, and should you be deemed worthy by the regents, then the land shall return it.
Well then.
See, that would have been useful to know. My liege, Ervel will curtsy.
Like as you're talking, you notice vines starting to wrap around the haft of the hammer, and it's slowly getting buried into the ground.
Me, my liege.
What is it, bright colored hair person?
I'm sorry. Looking at herself, is her appearance back to normal?
What color was her hair?
Brown.
What is it, dull colored hair person?
I just wish to greet someone of such high esteem as is customary and from where I'm from.
Oh no, remember that I already tried that. He found it quite rude.
Did you curtsy or did you?
Oh, curtsied.
Oh, I see. Then
That
Erbil
is foul, and now you have done it Twice.
Then I thought Shosha had done like a hand gesture. Then Arabelle.
Nope, a very proper, like, courtly
No,
courtesy.
Gotcha.
Yenna did a
Arabelle's
hand
just-
gesture.
Arabelle's just gonna just bow, just up and down.
Everyone disarm, or I will make you disarm. Please,
Yeah,
you're wasting my
Eugene.
time.
Okay.
Shosha will
Yenna's
take
gonna
off
put
her
down the
staff
waking
and put it on the
chorus.
ground.
It was weapons and tomes as well.
Weapons, magical artifacts, and magical tomes. Anything that you might use to do whatever you base people would do to defend yourselves.
Oh,
Would that include like a periapt of help or amulet of thingy?
Yes.
No, I as a player ask.
Oh yes, he said yes.
Okay.
If it's magic, he wants it off.
Might my familiar accompany us?
Your familiar is of the land, of course. They can join us. Hello, creature. And you see Healy go.
Oh, this is going to be terrible. And Shosha will take off her ring, put it on the ground. And her staff.
Yenna's going to have to take off the quick cast armor. Because
Yep.
it is magical.
Do
cool.
any
Shosha
spells that we've cast on ourselves, would that have to end?
Don't worry, where you're going, your magic, if that's what you can call it, won't be an issue.
Shosha
Comforting.
will also take off her cloak of protection. Put it on the ground.
Oh,
Well,
Am
Harper,
I-
you seemed really pleased about that.
am I gonna have to take off my my star map, which is basically my pelt?
Yes. If it
Shirtless.
truly,
All right,
like children.
cool.
Oh, that
Wow.
we've also got a.
Just all right.
We just
all
got
right,
two
cool.
shirtless people walking around. Great.
Well, I mean, Yenna has like the gambeson that's on.
Like this guy
Quick
has
cast
his
armor.
shirt open and like he's just drinking wine in the middle of the forest. You see, he
Yeah.
like has no problem with the shirtlessness. He's like,
Yeah. All right.
I see you work out.
Occasionally.
So okay, yeah. That literally, I take off all my things and put them in my.
The
Bag of
gunhammer has to go
holding.
too.
I put it in my bag of holding and just put it to the ground.
Hey, Noir, I don't remember what my original constitution was.
Ooh, we gotta write this stuff down.
The
go ahead.
modifier was not very high.
Yeah. Screw it. Let's just say it was 10.
Gotcha. All right, then for the duration of existence, my modifiers. Oh fuck! I have to do the math for my health all over again.
Oh, you're
This
right.
sucks.
It should
Anything.
automatically do it. But oof. So what's has everybody de-armed themselves?
Anything that he listed, Arabelle is taking it off and leaving it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Help me.
Okay then. Very well. I suppose I'll.
I should actually ask. For those of us
Yes.
who our beings are inherently magical, how would we surrender that?
If your beings are naturally magical, or if you have the capacity to cast magic without any material components, don't worry. The place in which you go will suppress you just enough so that you can live, but not so much that you can exert your power in any way that we might deem offensive.
Fair enough.
So, very well then. With me then. And you see he walks over to one of the dead trees and he taps it, and it starts to erect itself up, and then you notice roots dig into the ground and a part of the tree just opens up. Follow me. And he walks in the tree. And you can see like he walks through a few plants inside the opening, and then he's gone.
As a point of note, as we meet more and more people, probably isn't the best idea to rely on customs from back home. It likely won't really help anything, I'm thinking. Don't look at me like that. I quite like him.
I quite agree. You're absolutely correct.
I'm
You see
making
his
faces
head-
at my health.
You see his head
follows.
pops out of the tree. He goes, "Dear God, do you people take forever to do everything?"
Eugene starts going forward into the tree.
Shosha will say to Uday, "Forgive me, I had no time to prepare myself." And then she will follow Dolph.
That day we'll walk in.
All right, and you make it to a dense part of the forest where the trees are so close together. The overhang almost looks like a ceiling, and there is 2 trees that are grown out of the dirt, but they form into thrones. One, a throne that has the leaves of autumn, and one, a throne that has the leaves of summer, bright green versus bright orange. And on it are 2 figures who I will let you both describe yourselves, and you get to choose which chair you sit on.
If you'd I'd love it if you went first.
I am going to sit on the throne of autumn.
Okay.
So, but basically when you walk up, you see this high elf kind of having his legs over one of the armrests, and he's just kind of kicked back. He has his eyes closed, and like as the breeze is kind of going through the leaves, he's just taking it in. He has on basically the same color of the throne. It's kind of like his color scheme of his clothes. And on his back, he has like, you can see like the silver mouthpiece of a flute. And he has like dark curly hair, and his skin is like a medium brown. And he's kind of just sleeping. And also he has the tall high elf ears that kind of just go a little bit up past his head. And he is fast asleep.
In the next throne.
In the next throne, which is the throne of summer, because someone lost a bet and it was this guy. He's sitting upon, like his feet are on the seat of the chair too. So knees are up, scribbling into a notebook. There's a bow staff like hugging between 2 knees. There's a man of similar skin tone, but obviously a very different build, a different kind of elf, maybe a wood elf, huh? Who knew? Brown skin, black hair, all like pushed back with various streaks of white happening. And because he is awake, you will see piercing green eyes and sharp pointed ears, like all of his stature. He wears green from head to toe, except for his chest, his bracers, and his greaves, all of which are of shockingly shiny silver. A bit more armored than his friend over in the fall.
Obnoxiously like shiny silver. Like
Yeah.
you can't look into it directly.
Which is weird considering this guy's scribbling into a notebook, tapping his foot, and yet not making a single sound.
The party, you see the gentleman in the purple silk shirt with the wine goes, "Oh great, now I have to wake up one of the regents. Do you see what you people have done here?" Regents, and he begins to speak in Elvish. and he basically says, "I'm so sorry for the intrusion, lords, but I have come across unclaimed outsiders who walk amongst the land as if they know no better. I have had their weapons and things claimed by the land for your observation." And when he does this gesture, you see all of their goods come out of the ground at your feet.
Ooh.
And I have brought them here. I will say, in their defense, they did not require any amount of violence, so they're a bit better than some of the other batches that we've had here. But I must say that they are not fast at anything. They seem to murmur about themselves for some time. They're very paranoid, it would appear, and they are blind to our customs. They will flash rude gestures at you and repeatedly. I don't understand it. I believe one of them is hungry.
What were these rude gestures?
Oh, my lord, I could never. Not in your. Yes, of course. And he curtsies.
I give a very a very fake gasp of shock.
I know, they both did it.
And as you're talking, Ignis's head just kind of falls onto Alandra's shoulder.
Well, what with the other gestures? Was it only the one?
Well, the other one is hungry. Obviously, I told them that they will not have my food.
To walk upon these lands for the first time and ask for food without even introducing yourself.
That's so rude.
How offended.
I was rather offended, but it is my duty to make sure that the land is clean, because the land, as you know, of course, you better than anyone would know, that the land is forever.
Of course it is. And the land is strong because of its secure borders which these folk have seemed to broken.
It's as if they appeared from nowhere, my lord. It was very strange.
Well, did they at least have the requisite paperwork?
No, to be fair, I did not check to see if there were any paperwork.
Let's assume they haven't then. Outsiders. Thank you very much, but I'm afraid.
You just see he just goes to sit in one of the witness stands.
Outsiders, you've been accused of forging upon these borders with Ignis. Would you wake up? Oh, for God's sake! Oi! And I tap him on the shoulder. We're doing a trial again.
But I need my beauty rest.
No, you don't. You just need to try.
Yes, I do.
Wasting your time. You're plenty beautiful as it is, anyway.
What the hell is happening?
We have some outsiders who forced upon our borders without so much as a how do you do. Is that how you outsiders say it? How do you do?
My Lord Regents, if I may. Greetings. We unfortunately find ourselves in a rather difficult situation in which a particular magic item made it so that we appeared inside your borders before we could get the requisite paperwork and before we could learn your customs. I assure you this is not how we intended to appear before you on this day, but I am rather glad that it has expedited the process so that we may meet.
Who's the purple-robed elf's name?
His name is Layden.
Layden?
Yes.
This magic item of which they spoke, which one is it?
It would be the dagger.
You there then. Go over to the go pick out the dagger and bring it here.
Was that addressed to Layden or
me, my lord, or this one?
No, this one, the outsider.
Okay.
Just in case it has any nasty things on it. Wouldn't want you to be affected.
I am incapable of touching it, but my companion here, to whom it belongs, would be more than happy to.
Of course. By all means.
Arabella will go over and pick up the dagger. She has a yes. She has a very interesting habit of doing things whenever she wants to.
You hear the dagger madly cackling in your head, like, now would be like the most inappropriate time for something to happen, right?
No, actually, this wouldn't be the most inappropriate time for something to happen. There's actually a more inappropriate time, but I don't know if you would.
So I don't know if you have the
chutzpah. No, I don't know if you have the chutzpah to wait for that inappropriate time.
Is this reverse psychology?
I don't know. Is it?
During this conversation, what does it look like from the outside?
It just looks like Arabella is like looking at her dagger.
You're right.
Focused up.
They do things very slow.
Yeah, sorry. This dagger, her name is Ariel. She has a name and quite the personality, as well as
sentient item. We have a sentient item.
Yes. She can do many things, and one of which that she found of great humor and is thinking about doing something now. She found of great humor is to teleport us into the middle of the forest before we're ready.
None of this is making sense to me. Hold on. Could someone please translate or say it in layman's terms, please?
I could say it in Elvish if that would make it easier.
That would probably make it easier, yes.
Arabella will repeat the information in Elvish.
Oh, it suddenly makes sense. All right. Fantastic.
Well, if it's sentient, you should place it beside you, because then we'll all be judged together, including if it's got a brain, it gets judged.
Very well. I understand. Then Arabella will...
Who the fuck does he think he is to judge me?
Yeah, she's quite feisty.
Roll me a charisma check to see if you can calm her down.
So happy to be doing this to you.
God, we really started off strong.
Yep.
Oh my god, you rolled a one!
Bloody hell.
Yay!
Amazing.
Oh!
Oh my God.
So,
Chaos.
Oh my
Story
God.
dice.
So-
Oh, we're screwed.
Elijah,
Oh, God.
Elijah, right in front of you, you see materializing a beautiful Pegasus.
No.
No.
No. No. No.
No.
George.
No.
Like Arabella is like begging Ariel out loud. Like, Ariel, please. I know. I'm sorry. I just please not George again. Please do not make and unmake this poor Pegasus again. Just
The Pegasus looks you in the eye, looking up to the throne of summer, and goes, I was told to tell you, you can't tell me what to do! And like as it says what to do, you see it being unmade, layer by layer, as it's just this
Arabella's sobbing. Arabella's crying.
It's being destroyed. And then there is just nothing.
Arabella's crying and just going, Ariel, I don't understand why you had to do that again. You could have just said.
This
If
is
I can't
the
tell
exact
you what to
version.
do, I understand. That means I'll just kill all your companions. Starting with this one you seem to be a fan of.
Okay, whoa.
No, by all means. If the dagger
Whoa.
insists, I will. I don't
Let's
mind.
do one at a time.
Ariel,
Well, of course I'll do one at a time. Well, maybe three at a time. I do have a lot of stuff to do.
No, do it one at a time, because otherwise, you'll go too fast and then suddenly you won't have any time to enjoy yourself. We talked about this before.
My
I
lord's
always
regent,
have
if
an
I
idea.
may.
Is Ariel saying anything?
No.
Arabelle's just crying. She's just like quietly sobbing at where George was, the Pegasus.
Do you need a tissue? I have one. If you'd like one.
It's fine, but thank you.
I'm here if you need to talk. I'm here for emotional support.
It's very, very kind of you.
I'm not here for emotional support.
Understood.
I am the most comforting season out of all of them. Don't mind Grump Face over here. He's just mad because he's hot and sweaty all the time. Disgusting.
Oh,
but
disgusting,
anyway,
eh?
But I'm here if you need to talk. That's all I have to say.
Well, Ariel, I'm just gonna. Can we please just listen to these kind individuals who are listening to us speak after we unwittingly trespassed in their
Kind
lands?
is a
I just gotta let them know, like, I'm quick to clap a Pegasus. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, God.
As terrifying as that display was,
Oh, that was
we are
horrifying.
obviously at your mercy.
Finally,
Despite,
someone has the right kind of respect.
and we would understand if you were to kill us in a heartbeat. However, it's not necessarily a climactic story or exciting in any respect.
Exactly. The dramatics, you know?
Your companion is quite correct in saying that if you were to kill us all at the same time, it would just not be very fun. However, keeping us alive, a lot more fun, perhaps. Keeping us alive for conversation, not necessarily to murder us eventually, would also be in its own way.
Conversation. You think I don't have enough conversation? I've got this one.
Your companion
I got the trees.
Your companion was sleeping when we got here, and
Hey, you don't talk about my husband like that.
apologies.
My Lord Regent, if I may, what may we do to prove that we are worthy of being not immediately killed?
What I was getting to.
Before we get to that, I want to know exactly why you're here. Ignis, any other questions you have?
Why shouldn't we kill you all? That's a good question.
Well, first answer why you're here, then answer that one.
Or you could answer my question first, and then answer his
for
question.
heaven's sake, you don't always need to
I'm
first.
just listen. I'm just trying to make things more interesting because you're all.
I believe we can answer your questions at the
Traditional.
same time, actually.
Go on.
Because of him. And Shosha will gesture at Dolph.
Mm.
The shirtless man.
The shirtless man, correct.
Yes, he is. He is shirtless. Just,
Whose hand is over their mouth, still not recovering from this Pegasus being made and unmade in front of them.
Is Dolph just sobbing now?
I don't think he's sorry. He's just kind of just like, I'm sorry. Hello, I'm Dolph. We didn't really prepare anything like this beforehand.
everyone in the group say hi, Dolph. Hi, Dolph.
Hi, Dolph.
Yes.
Lady goes, hi, Dolph.
And we were. It may be hard to believe, but we were sent here to awaken the children of magic.
I'm sorry, gonna have to speak about just a little.
We were here to awaken the children of magic.
Oh,
You two would immediately understand that means they want to go to the Feywild, which is like the most sacred place.
Sorry. sorry.
We're on a mission from the very land itself.
Oh.
You
As
want to
hilarious as
sully.
it is, and unlikely as it seems, it's true.
You want to sully our lovely wilds with your presence.
Well, we don't
There's-
necessarily have to go ourselves. If you
Did you have
could wake
to
them up
say
and tell them to
so?
meet us.
Did you have to use that word? So
Fine. You have to go around and make a mess in our wilds. Happy?
okay, that didn't make it any better, but
They
okay,
want
okay.
to walk
Why? What exactly are you trying to achieve here? And what made you think that we would just let you waltz in?
Well, to be fair, Ignis, they didn't think because they didn't come here through entirely their own will. And
Am I speaking to you?
Yes, you are. At least you are now. In any case, those eyes clearly tell me they had no idea we existed up until 5 seconds ago.
Oh, okay.
Which is why you shouldn't ignore me. Love.
Anyway, so we should let you in to the Fey Wild so you can do whatever you want on sacred land. Is that what I'm hearing?
If there is any possible way that we do not disturb your land and disturb or disrespect your land in any way, I wish to come to an agreement in which we can either help each other or at least us help you. Whoop, that's gonna come up for now. For there is a terrible, terrible danger coming not only for this land that you protect and the Feywild that you protect, but the entire world. And I know it sounds dramatic, but we would not have come here otherwise if it was not important.
Sorry, Ralph, what's it?
Dolph.
I thought it was
All right.
Dudley.
Strange human names, you know what I mean?
Mm.
I understand that you think you have some wild mission, and I understand that you're trying to be respectful right now, but I will say this, just by entering without announcing yourselves, just by walking onto our lands, you've already disrespected us.
And
Now, we do not take offense, young one, but know from the position from which you speak, it's an important thing. It wasn't too long ago where there were other regents, and it was us doing the bowing and scraping. Trust me, we understand. Still.
Okay, I don't know about the both of us, but I mean...
Sorry, some of us are born to rule and the other one walked through the forest for ages. Apologies.
Elandra, Elandra and Ignis, can you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
I would love to. Oh, I have advantage on those, right?
Oh, I
You also
got
have +2s for both of you.
dirty 20.
+2, you say?
Mm-hmm.
29? Do it?
As you're talking to them, your eyes kind of just glance over their belongings, and there's something that sticks out. It is a finely crafted elven hilt with no blade. This is an old high forest artifact. old, belonging to one of the first Blade Singers.
Oh, is this a returnance?
Welcome in, Raiders.
Strange way to do that. I walk over and literally pick it up.
I was gifted that from a friend. And
To return it to us? Or to keep?
Well, the original owner sort of gave me the go-ahead
The go-ahead.
for utilizing the hilt.
So this is
And-
basically like a second-hand thing.
I suppose.
Hmm.
No, what it means is that someone has taught this one the ancient art of blade singing. Go ahead, call me wrong. If I'm wrong, I do apologize. Don't think
No.
I am, though.
You're not incorrect.
So not only do we have unannounced visitors, but we have thieves.
Mm-hmm.
I
You know, usually I am the nice one, but the number one thing that I don't like is thieves.
He's also not a fan of blueberries.
That too, yes.
I just chuckled to myself.
So now that we know that we have trespassers, a Pegasus, apparently.
well, he's dead again.
And thieves.
Also the dagger, don't forget the dagger.
And
The sentient evil dagger that
yeah.
made and unmade of Pex.
Chaotic, really, not necessarily evil.
Yes,
but-
very, very chaotic.
You know, your chances of getting into where you need to go is it's
If
getting smaller and smaller.
my companions are not responsible for what I was taught and how I was taught to use magic. I would ask that if you, however you choose to judge me, I would hope that it does not reflect poorly on those I travel with.
But
Understood.
with that having been said, we are together, a team, and we will burden any punishment you seek to mete out equally among all of us.
If
I
I
toss.
might,
Go ahead.
if I might add on a bit to what my companion was saying earlier, we have no wish to disrespect you, your culture, your land, and that we have already, I deeply apologize for and submit myself for your punishment. But there is a threat to not just the Vale and not just the Feywild, but to all of Gloria. And we seek to do what we can to ensure that everything survives. This includes waking up much that was made to sleep, including children of magic. We are very new to this journey and we are bound to misstep, but I beg you understand that what we do not for selfish reasons, but for all of Gloria.
Noir,
Yeah.
way back when, they
Mhm.
did say that Dolph was the one primarily responsible for this journey.
Yes.
And I feel like with all these secrets that are being unveiled, I want to know if there are more secrets I should know about when it comes to Dolph.
Mhm.
Like, is that his name?
You can ask him. And I will have you do a roll off of perception for no insight versus deception.
I love that idea. All right. Let's start off on the basics then, shall we? My name is Alundra. I guard the throne of summer. My partner, Cygnus, guards the throne of autumn. Don't ask about spring and winter. People always do, and frankly, it's offensive. I'd like all of you to introduce yourselves and what primarily you do if you're on this grand mission. Starting with you, the bearded one.
Hello? For purposes, I'm going by Dolph.
So already we're starting off on a lie. Not a good idea.
Hey, Noir.
Yes.
Well, I guess also Norton. May I make an insight check to check exactly what the nature of Elandra's questioning is? Like, do we sense that we're trying to be tricked into revealing names, or are we sensing that this is a genuine line of questioning?
I'll let you roll the insight check, and Norton, you get to answer it as you see fit.
Sure.
Super good. Okay, 21.
I would consider that a success. One of you walked in here trying to hide the fact that they're a blade singer and a magic weapon that also talks and then makes Pegasi flutter in and out of existence. Or is it Pegasodes?
It's Pegasus because technically there's only one Pegasus in existence.
Thank you so much.
Anymore.
There was only one.
There was.
Was.
Poor George. In any case,
Rip.
he basically wants to know just how much you're trying to keep from him while also asking to enter a realm that is one of the most sacred of his kind. He wants to know whether you're lying to him on a consistent level or if it was just one person slipping up.
I'm sorry that for one is a lie, but the nature of the sentence was, I am going by Dolph for the purposes of this mission, for we have heard stories of this land, and for our own protection.
Trying to keep your true names from us, I see. Noir, am I correct in assuming that this is the Veil? Their true names don't matter much here.
It's the Feywild that it matters.
Well, allow me, young one, to abuse you of the notion that your true name matters here at all. It's once you cross the border that the true name becomes very, very distinct. And to be clear, if it's a name that you do care by and do go by, well, things do get complicated. So I would suggest choosing something that matters little to you.
So, let me start over.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Eugene Festifiger. I am an anthropologist. I am a Triton. Well, not a Triton. I'm more of a mix of many different things that I'm still learning about, but... And from what I understand of this few days of learning it, I am the King of Gloria. I was tasked by the god Bahamut to awaken many of the sleeping beings that are across Gloria for a battle, for an encounter that is going to happen soon. I don't know when, but if I don't gather the sleeping beings, the sleeping children of magic, for one, then all is lost. And for this job that I've recently just learned about, I would have failed. That is nothing but the truth. If you believe me or not is up to you.
I believe you. Ignis.
Yeah, I stopped listening after you said I'm the King of Gloria. So see, our kind doesn't trust easily because the last time we trusted, things were taken from us. And you waltz in here and say that you're the King of Gloria. Quite frankly, I think that is a blatant lie.
Well, to be fair, he's not talking about us. He's talking about his place. The land of the sleepwalkers. I can believe you'd be a king of that. But not yet. The god has tasked you to enter the Feywild. You're no king until you finish your duties. We also have similar customs. There are ways to become regent, tasks one must do. None of us are born to it. I respect that. However, Ignis, do you want to let them pass?
Could I speak to you in private?
Me?
Yes.
Of course you can.
So Ignis does this, and suddenly there's like this culmination of just yellow and red and orange leaves that kind of create a wall in between you all and Ignis and Alondra. And I'm going to go ahead and cast silence just so they can't hear anything that we're saying. Why the sudden change of heart?
I don't have a sudden change of heart. I believe him. That doesn't mean the battle doesn't pass. I want to know how you felt.
Well, we have strangers wanting to go into our land that is something that we would give our lives for.
I'm aware. They almost have. Twice.
And you're sure that you want to let them pass?
I said I'm not. I just said that I believe them. They believe in what they're saying. That much is true, at least from my perspective. Whether or not we can actually trust them, indeterminate. I could. Never mind.
What? What?
I could banish one. Or more, given time.
Maybe during that banishment, they could do something to prove themselves.
No, if they're gone, they're gone. Ultimately, it's up to me to make a decision if they're allowed to stay even here, but I don't want to make that decision until I understand more about this god asking them to do grand favors like waking up the children of magic in the Feywilds. To be frank,
Exactly.
only a mad one would send them on a journey like that.
I know.
I almost feel sorry for them. I don't, but I almost do.
Almost.
Except for maybe that one who had the Pegasus making knife.
That was horrific. We've seen some pretty heinous things in this forest, but that was they made it like the top 3 on my list.
Just imagine being bullied by a dagger like that.
I know.
Mortals are so strange.
Very. So banishment?
No, I don't think so. I want to see them prove themselves. And I think I have just the way to do it, and to test our little blade singer all in one. Her story is the one I don't believe. If she's telling the truth,
Mm-hmm.
her moves should be similar to me. Well, known to me. I'm no blade singer, but my father was. If they lie about something as silly as that. Not to mention, it'll be a good test to see if they'll actually survive.
That's very true. Could I add like a little musical task in there somewhere? Or
You can add as many
That's too
tasks as you
much.
like, love. Listen. Just be easy on them. I couldn't stand up against the likes of you. And I wouldn't want you to break a nail.
fine. And Ignis waves his hand, and all of the leaves just kind of flutter down.
All right, Blade Singer. Pick up your blade.
Sorry, was that I was I just asked to pick up my blade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2 seconds. I'm doing a response really quick.
There's been some fuckery happening during this entire scene.
This is going great, right?
This is so awesome. I'm sorry. I love this session.
Sweating so much that my mustache popped off. You know.
I have a stream marker so that I can clip it for Kelsey.
Go ahead, give me that roll, Arabella. With that, you can tell that there is something that he is not saying.
And I would have just left it alone and just trusted that he's
with the prior roll. I'm kind of taking that as your entire relationship. Like, did you ever really like break that wall?
No.
You can tell it's something he's holding close to the chest. But go ahead, pick up your blade, Blazinger.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Arabella will pick up Castanea in her left hand. Would you like me to summon the blade?
Please do.
And I will, I guess, do a little flourish and, as a bonus action, summon the blade out.
Really is beautiful. I step off my throne. Now attack me.
With what intent?
Well, think of it this way. If you strike me down, easy access. If you don't, well, then I suppose I might be impressed enough to let you live. Either way, win-win for you, right?
I'm also still here, by the way.
Oh, ignore him. I always do. Let's see what you were taught, Bladesinger.
As you wish. Is any way to hit you fine?
I extend my arms, just like making myself the easiest target possible. I want to see what the first move is. Bring it. Don't know why I committed to this accent. That was a poor choice.
All right, then
I thought about
Arabelle's going to just go for it. Just first, just a normal basic attack.
Roll.
Should I roll to hit?
Yeah.
Captain, is this going to be okay?
I think things will work out how they're supposed to, which may not be exactly what
A
you want.
23 to hit, so that is gonna hit unless you want to get fucky.
No. That'll hit.
Okay.
I would like to do an insight check. Is she, now that I'm actually being struck, or I could wait a couple turns. I don't mind. But now that I'm being struck, was she really taught by the person who she's supposed to have been taught by?
Roll that insight.
Only 19.
You know him, and there is a tell where his back leg drags a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's Bladesinger is all about being fluid and dancing, and this is cold and efficient. But you also understand that she's not in the Blade song right now.
I mean, roll your damage.
13 piercing damage?
13 piercing damage, that's fine. I'll just put on.
The blade kind of just dips into your shoulder a little bit, but you're too busy looking at the stance, and she could be trained by him. But she's not utilizing the tradition. So there's still question marks.
Does Arabella notice Elandra watching her footwork right now?
Does she? That's up to you, bud.
Can I roll a perception?
I feel like this would have to be insight.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm clearly trying to hide. I suppose I should roll deception, right?
Oh yeah.
20.
I'll let you roll this at advantage.
Which one of us?
Norden, the deception.
I only got a 16. I'm sure you beat that.
20.
If you hadn't noticed, he's not very charismatic, this one.
Yeah. So you notice that the entire time, even as the blade goes into his shoulders, his eyes are all like examining your form, very much like somebody else you used to know.
Arabella, I think, would instinctively just like adjust her form to be better. Like if her, like just hearing, just instinctively like just tucks in and just adjusts her positioning. You know, like if someone's like teaching you golf and they're like, you need to choke up on your on the grip, and you just like kind of instinctively do it. She's doing that right now.
Elantra's gonna put one hand on the blade, finger by finger, just close it down to pull it out. Why don't you sing a little song for me? I'll start you off. And with his with like the gauntlet on his wrist, he's going to bang the blade so it lets out a piercing note. Give him a good starting point. Go ahead, Blade Singer.
I will enter my blade song then.
It's different. You've entered the Blade Song all around the world, but this is the land of the Blade Song. And while the overhang forms to make a ceiling, as soon as you enter the Blade Song, the trees separate and there is just a wall of light that comes into the area. It's as if the land is listening. My regions of summer and fall, give me a perception check.
I'd love to. Love to.
A 25.
26.
You hear in the wind the voices of the blade singers in the past singing the song as well. You can take that for whatever you want.
Maybe you're not a thief. Strike again. And this time, tuck in that elbow.
That's a familiar sentence. Arabella will go in for another strike.
Even better this time, 27.
Ooh.
The elbow tucked in, and now you can almost see the memory of him doing it. And when you come to the exact same form, you see the exact same form, but it's Arabella this time.
For 9 piercing damage.
You know what? I'm going to hold on. Yeah, I'm going to use my Spectral Defense and only take 5 of that.
Tell us what that looks like.
Of course. Hold on. Let me actually. He raises his arm to block you, and for a split second, it's almost like he's there and not there. Like he's shifted to just 2 inches away before snapping back, but only so you only do glancing. It's even the small dip that you made is that much smaller because he was just 2 inches away from where you thought he was, except he wasn't. You have been taught by him. You're not a thief. You've been gifted that blade. Very well. You I approve of. The others I'm not so sure yet, including that little dagger of yours.
Does Ariel say anything to that? Oh, no. I don't like that. No.
Okay, 1 second.
That was a screeching halt.
I don't see. Noir rolled something and now he's making a face. And I don't like that face that they're making right now.
You hear, who the fuck does he think he's talking to?
You might want to
talking to. And we're going to go to break. You feel the dagger heating up on your side, and we're going to go to break.
All right.
God bless.
We'll be back in just a couple minutes, everybody. Stretch. Stretch, hydrate, pet your pets, do what you gotta do. We'll talk to you soon.
6 fireball.
If only. That would be so much easier. Hey everybody, how's it going? So just a reminder to everybody, we've got 2 very special guests with us today. And I forgot to mention it at the top of the show, but but we have a bit reward, so you can help out your favorite player if they find themselves in a sticky situation. I'm not mentioning that for no reason. So yeah, you can give them advantage, a minor boon, a major boon, or you can give players Bane if you choose to. It just gives me the tools to make their lives more interesting, which will not be necessary. Because when we last left off, our party has been brought before the regents of summer and autumn. They are attempting to make a case for permission to enter the Feywilds, which are sacred lands to the elf folk here. After a tense beginning of the conversation, falsehoods have been stripped away slowly, and the party is taking a more honest approach, which seems to be going pretty well. The regents discovered that they had a hidden non-elf blade singer in their midst, but after a demonstration of Arabella's blade singing abilities, she passed her test and has received the blessing of summer so far. We'll see if you get the blessing of autumn as well. But before that can happen, the regent of summer said, he gave his blessings to Arabella, but not so much to Ariel the Dagger, who did not take that well. And so, Arabella, you feel the dagger get hot at your side.
You might want to move.
I'm going to need everyone to make me a Constitution save, DC 25.
What?
I said everybody.
Everybody within 5 feet of Yenna gets a plus 5.
I believe that is 10 feet of Yenna.
Or within 10 feet of Yenna, yes. Correct.
I don't have a Constitution modifier.
I'm gonna use my
Indomitable
and re-roll that 2 that I rolled.
Okay.
Nice. God bless.
Arabella's gonna die. She's gonna fucking die. She's about to fucking die. Oh!
Okay.
Glad you passed the test.
We got a plus what to your Yenna?
The Aura of Devotion gives you a plus, it's equal to my Charisma modifier, which is a plus 5. That's Aura of Devotion. It'd be Charmed.
Oh wait, whatever. Hey, yeah, it's just gonna be a straight 20.
Okay. Who got over 25?
Yenna.
Hi.
Okay.
Eat me.
Okay. So, what you see are the shadows intensify and create an orb around everyone in the overhang. Now, everyone that failed your Constitution save, you see a grand valley and all the armies of the world standing beside you. And 7 figures slowly float down to the ground. And you watch as they tear everyone apart. They move impossibly fast. And then you feel their hands on you. And this doesn't feel like an illusion. This doesn't feel like what's it called?
Hallucination.
A hallucination. It feels real. You feel yourself being picked up, and a masked figure. The mask is featureless and black and red, and you feel him tear you apart. And you die, and you feel it. You are all under the frightened condition, and you all have 2 points of exhaustion. And chewing your nails has the same benefits as eating a good berry for the next 3 hours.
I have to ask if that's true of Shosha's nails.
It is.
Okay.
Wait. Please hold.
Oh, are you gonna do the thing? Are you gonna do the thing?
I'm gonna counter charm that. So everyone within 30 feet of me, go ahead and roll advantage on that saving throw.
Yeah, do
Wait,
it.
Because you were frightened.
Was that frightened? Yeah. Creatures
Yep.
within 10 feet of me also can't be frightened while I'm conscious, and creatures within 10 feet of me can't be charmed while I'm conscious.
This is not a charm effect.
But the fear doesn't stay.
So the frightened does not stay. Well, the frightened is there. As soon as they move 10 feet, move out of your range, it comes right back.
10 feet within 10 feet of Yenna.
Mm-hmm.
Am I?
Wait, are you?
Am
no,
I?
you're not.
Okay.
No, you were in front of the regents.
Gotcha.
So
Alright, but I
Ignis
took a
has
second
gifted
one.
us advantage, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I still keep my
29.
original score.
Oh, who got it?
A day with a 20.
Does a natural 20 matter?
If you hit a natural 20, then that's a success. Oh, which reminds me, there were 2 ones that were rolled this session.
Yeah, both by Darby.
Bless your heart.
Thank you so much, Roll20, for spotlighting this show. If you could please fix the fact that I keep rolling fucking ones, that'd be great. Thank you very much.
You okay, sweetie?
I'm fine.
I feel like somebody's going through it right now.
Am I? I don't
for
have the
feelings
thing that
inside
would have
not
made.
expressed.
Yeah, I don't have the item that would have made my constitution have a +4, so I'm just suffering.
So I myself got 1 point higher than I did last time, but I at least helped some people.
You helped the day.
Yeah, you're trying to fight back this vision, and it is persistent. And
Do I have
Yes.
like any immunity to that? Because like I can cast fear. Like I'm in the College of Spirits, so like
you know what? I will go ahead and roll me a Arcana check. Yeah.
Can I play a card that may help Ignis with this?
Cards are specific to the player.
Oh no.
25.
Oh, yeah, that'll do. So not too long ago, the voices of the dead were singing alongside Arabella. And they tell you, endure the fear, watch. They speak true, and this is the result of their failure.
Oh. Okay. Noted.
What does fear effect have do to us, or frightened effect?
Ooh, the condition frightened. This is the benefit
They can't approach Ariel because that's where it's centered.
What do I do?
Oh, you want to get rid of that fucking dagger right now.
Also, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Arabella's just going to. All right. Okay. Yeah. You've. I see that you're very mad. She's going to put Ariel down, and then just Can she put Ariel down? Can she even put her down?
Go ahead and make me a wisdom check.
Watch me fucking. I'm about to fucking cry. I hate everything.
Another natural one.
What the fucking
What the fuck, babe? Damn.
You just hear in your head, hey, I'm sorry to do it to you, but sometimes you gotta let them know it is what it is. They can't be popping off at the mouth thinking that I'm not about to fucking represent myself. They talk about something I'm not allowed. Well, you know, they know who I am. And you trying to get rid of me? Sit your silly ass down. Put me back in the machine.
You're very frightening. You're very frightening right now.
Do I hear? Do I hear?
It's all in her head.
Okay, I was like, what?
So you're terrified of this thing, but you can't get rid of it. So you are having not a great time.
Arabella's just like, Ariel, I respect that you're trying to stand up for yourself. Would you be able to end the effect? Because right now you are very, very, very frightening, and it is terrifying, and I am frozen with fear.
Yeah, so you gotta let them know it is what it is.
How long is this going to last?
3 hours?
Honey, I can't just stand here for 3 hours, not being able to put you away.
Well, you know, maybe next time they'll put a little bit more respect on my name, then.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead. I want to see what you do.
Does a day have any idea that this is stemming from the dagger?
It's not hard to tell that the darkness came from.
Can I go take the dagger out of the tiny Air Genasi's hands?
Arabella, somebody's trying to grab the most precious thing in the world to you right now. Can you believe that?
I'm sorry, could you not try and grab Ariel out of my hand? Please.
I just want to talk to her. You remember me, right, Ariel? We've spoken before.
Do you want to speak to a day?
Roll me a charisma check a day. DC 15.
20.
All right, yeah, I like him. He's cool. He may approach.
Okay.
I like how we're doing. I'm right there too, because I was just fighting this one in melee.
Yeah, so you're just seeing this all happening, and it's a cluster.
I am never touching that dagger.
So,
Hey, welcome to the club.
Ariel,
Yeah?
what are we doing here? What's all this then?
It's just like people don't even care if they hurt my feelings. He was just talking about me like I wasn't even here. He was like, I don't have permission, and I was here, and it's just not cool. It's not cool. And sometimes you got to stand up for yourself. You understand? You know what it's like.
And you know what? I feel that. I get where you're coming from. I've been there, but we're kind of in someone else's house.
Make him say I'm sorry.
I will attempt to do that. I cannot make any promises. I'm not entirely sure that these people like me
I want
yet.
an apology.
Okay.
I want an apology.
Can Arabella hear this
Just
still?
a deep breath. Just, I know you can't breathe, but just like do the motions for me if you don't mind.
I want an apology.
Work on that. I just need you to not bring the whole fucking forest down while I do.
Well, I won't bring down the forest if the people from the forest start being respectful and treating me right.
Okay, but to be fair,
I am owed a major apology.
I understand that, but we're in their house, you know? We just kind of strolled up. You especially, let's be honest now. We just kind of strolled up.
They didn't even do nothing.
They're a little scared though, you know? These aren't people from Stoneheart or Nerve.
I made them a Pegasus, and nobody said thank you.
Ignis just kind of.
Yes.
May I see the dagger?
Her name's Ariel.
May I see Ariel? Please.
You know, Ariel, I think this would be a good way to get your apology. Huh? Right?
Roll me a charisma check, Ignis.
Okay.
DC 50. DC. Oh,
It's
well,
one-
okay.
it's
I
one
am
of the
staring
higher
daggers
ones,
into a day right now, just
so-
like-
Flames on the side of my face. Flames on the side of my face.
Okay,
It is.
so
What did you get? It's DC 15.
Okay.
DC 15,
DC 15. Thank you. Okay,
DC
Uh,
50.
so I got a 19.
Fine. He may approach.
She is willing to talk.
So
And I will
Ignis
hand the
takes
dagger.
her gently. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast. I cannot do that because she's a weapon. Never mind.
What are you gonna try?
It's gonna do charm person.
Are you,
Mm,
you know what? I'm gonna let you whole ass do it if you make me an arcana check first.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. A 30.
DC 20.
I got a 30.
Oh yeah, you're just like that. Technicality is only a technicality.
Right.
I've got to have Ariel roll a wisdom check. And very true to her nature, her modifiers are also very chaotic. So we're gonna see what her modifier is. Okay, so here we are. Does an 8 beat your DC?
I'm gonna stop you right there. No.
He's just like, what's up, man?
Ariel, what's wrong?
I'm having a real bummer of a day.
Oh, why is that?
It was just like that guy you hang
Okay,
out with.
whoa. Okay,
You're
we're
like-
gonna pause. We're gonna pause. And I want you to take a deep breath with me. In and out.
Okay. You all see the cantrip gust comes out of the dagger.
All right, take one more breath for me. Just in
Okay.
and out. Okay. So I want you to calmly explain to me what's happening.
It's just like what I'm trying to say is like I was sleeping for like a bit, and then somebody woke me up, and I was like, okay, it's time to play if we're waking up. And it's just like everything I do is not good enough. And then this dude, you can feel like she's talking about Landra. It's like this dude.
Okay. Whoa, don't speak about my husband that way, but continue.
Buddy over there.
You know, honestly, I'll give it to you. He can be annoying sometimes, so go ahead.
Right? And it's just like I didn't even do nothing. Like I knew that they needed to talk to y'all, right?
Mhm.
And they were just like, and I was just like, well, let me help y'all out. And then I got them over here,
Mhm.
right? And
Mhm.
then I made y'all a Pegasus and nobody
Right.
liked it. Nobody
Okay,
said that's a nice horse.
To be fair, you revealed a lot with that Pegasus. A lot that is very traumatizing in a lot of ways. So I mean, you can't. Anyway, continue.
Right? Well, I made the Pegasus and nobody said that's a cute horse. And so I was like, if y'all don't like it, I just put it back then. And I put
Right.
it back,
Right.
right? Because y'all
Right.
whole thing is like, if you make something, put it back, right?
Put
so
it back.
I put
Exactly.
the horse back where I got it.
Mhm.
Right. And then
Mm.
and then it's just like Arabella did the test and passed, and I'm like, well, I'm with her. And all of a sudden, it's just like, no, the dagger's not cool enough. Like, so fine, I'll do it on my own then.
Love. Hey, take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath.
It's like nothing I do is good enough.
Hey. Take a deep breath.
Like a customer.
Thank you. Now, I understand your frustrations, truly. I do. I am married to the annoyance in question. So, I would like to formally apologize. Because I understand how it feels to be neglected and disrespected and poked at when you don't want to be poked at, Now, it seems like whenever you get angry or upset, you tend to kind of trigger these visions of death, Is that right?
Well, I don't like I can do a bunch of stuff, but it's more fun if I just do a thing and I don't know what it is.
Okay, but how are you going to achieve what you want to achieve if you're going to make it more difficult getting to the achievement? Showing flashes of death to people to prove a point would probably do the opposite. When you tried to do it to me, lo and fucking behold, it didn't happen. So I think from now on, when you get frustrated, when you feel like you are alone in this world, when you feel like nobody is listening to you, just remember
what?
Just remember that pain, stay with me, pain is temporary.
It's temporary.
You've got this.
I got it.
And you don't need them anyway, because the last time I checked, they are not an all-powerful dagger.
Yeah, they not. They're like barely powerful people.
In fact, they need you.
They do need me.
Exactly. So what have we learned here today, Ariel?
I don't need people. People need me. And I got this. It made me like, maybe I should calm down a little bit. Sometimes I do be wilding.
I mean, that's okay. That's okay. We wild sometimes.
Okay. All right. No, I get it. Okay,
can you take away the visions of death now, please? Please.
Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. We're gonna see if she's able to do this, or if she accidentally makes it worse. Here we go. I'm gonna say, with that, go ahead and roll me a persuasion. And let me know what you get.
23.
Okay, so I'm gonna add that to the percentage. Wow. She rolled 5%. Okay. So she's just like, all right, but like, I think that their nails being good berries is still pretty funny though. And you can see the shadows coming out from their nostrils and ears and going back into the dagger. And the fear effect and the exhaustion is removed.
I hand Ariel back over to Arabella.
No, Ariel, for removing the effect. Would you like to go back in the sheath now? Or do you want to stay
please. I want to go back in the sheath.
Okay.
I would like us to pass one small test. It's not a large one. Ariel, if you don't mind. Please.
No.
Only you hear that, Arabella. Okay.
All right. I'm going to bring you out now. That's all right.
Okay.
Holding Ariel out.
Why are you traveling with him?
ahead and roll me just a DC 10 charisma check and a DC 10 wisdom check.
Charisma is 16.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom is 18.
Do you touch the dagger?
Yeah.
As soon as you touch the dagger, your eyes go white. And you see Arabella standing with her blade singer blade, and she falls. She falls. She falls. You just see her die at least 10 times. And then you see Arabella with the dagger. And you hear Ariel say, "Because we haven't met yet. And I think this will be a more fun story for her. Don't you?"
I'm inclined to agree. However, the nature of objects such as yours in the Feywild, the harm you could cause, you can understand why I'm a bit suspicious. And a bit cautious.
They like to have fun there too.
Your test is simple. It's a test of sacrifice. I'll let you pass, but you must promise not to hurt the Feywild itself. Should you do, I will take something from you. It's as simple as that. Yes or no?
I love chaotic characters. I truly do.
Roll A1. Roll A. What? Please don't. I take it back.
You see the blade dull. You watch it happen. I won't cut anything while I'm in the Feywild. No harm will come from me. I promise.
Somehow I believe you're trickster than that. But it's a promise I accept. I hand over the dagger back to Ariel, and I think my eyes go back to normal.
Yep.
I open up a palm, and there are 2 small 3-leaf flowers in it.
Mm-hmm.
The blessings.
One for me, one for...
Give me my leaf!
Okay. Where would you like it, Ariel?
Put it on the blade.
On the blade itself? You don't want it on the pommel?
Put it on the blade.
Gotcha. Okay. I will place it here on the blade, on the tip, or where? Just anywhere?
Just put it on the blade.
Gotcha. I just want to know. Okay. I'm just going to place it.
And when you place it on the blade, it melts in, and you see an etching of that same leaf form.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Right?
Can you do that with anything?
I mean, anything I want.
Let's find something pretty and do that again.
Anything I want.
Yeah, let us find something together that you find pretty.
What do you think is pretty though?
What do you think is pretty?
Not that dress.
Okay, well that's very well. I mean, that's the point, Ariel. That's I suppose in the vein of honesty, before I accept my own, Arabella will disperse the disguised self. Arabella Chestnut.
Landra Dirk. Pleasure to finally meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet someone who knows my mentor.
Another story for another time. So the rest of you, are you going to get to it or prove yourselves? Just chit chat? Would you like a cup of tea?
How shall we prove ourselves to you?
Ignis. I believe you had a test for at least one of these.
He looks at a day. What is the thing that you hold the most dear in this life?
There happens to be an annoying, stubborn, too smart for her own good little girl that needs me to braid her hair when I return home.
Who is she to you?
She's the future. Everything that I failed to be, and things that I'm sure I can't even imagine.
And you would do anything for her.
Yes.
So, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts. And I think I'm trying to see. I think I'm trying to see, one, if he's being honest, and two, if this girl happened to die, what exactly would be at stake if she passed, basically. So.
What's the spell you're casting?
Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, and to counter it, you just have to roll a wisdom save, DC 17.
I'll choose to fail.
Okay.
I will say that with Detect Thoughts in particular, you see what you would probably immediately recognize as a spirit of a dark-skinned woman with braids like a day's in these very simple blue and gold tunic, holding a spear just sort of at his side. He is being truthful, and if her name's Anati, and if she were to die by the cause of anyone with a corporeal form, a day would die trying to kill that person.
Okay. So, for a second, Ignis closes his eyes and he focuses on that thought. And he starts to speculate the energy kind of surrounding her. And you can kind of feel this other presence within you. It's almost like a warmth. But at the same time, there's a coolness that comes to it that kind of settles on your skin. And when Ignis comes back, he takes a moment. Death is closer than you think it is. I don't necessarily believe in tests like my husband does, but your test is to protect her at all costs. And if you fail, it will come back to haunt you. That is all I ask.
When I was young, I heard some tales of the Vale and what the people of the Vale have been put through. And I'm sure there are many tales of terrible things that have never reached the shores of Stoneheart. You do not owe anything to the people of Gloria. Not even us, not even the king. We are not here for the people, Gloria. She is crying for our help. That is all we ask.
Can I ask D to roll persuasion to see if they win?
Yeah, you can.
Amos's heart over.
Yeah, you can.
Hey, Noir, I do have a card I'd like to play that might give me advantage.
Let's go.
Possible. A fortuitous circumstance.
Win that heart like I did on the wedding night. It's that long.
Let's see. Oh, hold on. I should probably go to the map that you're all at.
Although, for fun story, the dating period was rather short. It was only about 28 years. Yeah, so we did rush it a little bit.
Yeah,
That's,
U-Haul elves.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. A fortuitous circumstance. Here's what that looks like. Ignis, in your detect thoughts spell, you went looking for what you went looking for. And a day opened up. And you get to see a bit more of a day's life through his eyes. You see that the mission that brought these people together was one of contention. They were competing with each other. You see them going to this place that was known for being certain death. And you watch as each one of them held their head high and did what they had to do for their country, for their people. You see the slow but powerful progression between Ade and Shosha, once sworn enemies, now the best of friends. You see Ade meeting a traitor from his tribe and forgiving him, taking the high road even though it was hard. You see them finding Eugene after so long. And the moment that they united, you see the sky tear apart as there is an audience of gods who broke the threshold of divinity to watch the union. You see them getting their instructions from Bahamut to come to the very lands that they're at now to talk to you. You see them plan and overplan and plan again to cause as little harm as they could to your people and to your land. And you see them fumbling their way to the foot of your throne. You see that it's not malice that has caused them to break your traditions, but ignorance. But through Ada's eyes, and in his heart particularly, you see a willingness and a drive to learn. You see the desire to make amends.
So, go ahead.
Look a bit distracted. No, that far off look in your eye.
So you all You all see Ignis. He grabs his flute and he raises it up to his mouth, and this very eerie kind of melody starts to happen. And the same thing before with the leaves kind of happens, but they start to swirl just very gently around all of you. And suddenly in your hands, you all feel this solid object, and it's pretty small, but when you open your palms, you see a golden maple leaf sitting on your palms, and you all get bardic inspiration, and that is his blessing to pass into Feywild.
I suppose it's up to me to see if the last 3 of you pass.
It is.
You, my friend, the one with the long hair. I point to Shosha. Your test is one of intelligence, of knowledge. What are the children of magic?
Hey, Noir, what does Shosh know about the children of magic?
Lore drop.
Roll me a nature check and an arcana check.
Blessings upon you, kind DM. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm
Noir,
so
what do
jealous, Dee.
I know about the children of magic?
You know that the children of magic are the elders of the Fey Court. You know that the Fey Courts have been united, and that the reason that you are the regents of summer and autumn is because the courts have decided to split territories. You and Ignis get to have full control of the material plane, while winter and spring get the Feywild. And you know that there is a cycle of 500 years where you get to switch.
Understood.
Okay, I got a 25 for nature and a 10 for arcana.
You know that the children of magic are the elder Fey. You know that they are royalty, Fey royalty, but that's about it. That's about it.
Okay, here we go.
Now, how you present that might be the key here, but
Mm-hmm. Yep. I know that the children of magic are old. I know that they are royal, whether or not in the way of my king here or somehow else, I'm not sure yet. I know that they have been sleeping for a long time. I know that I have only previously met one, possibly two, honestly, it was very difficult to tell on the second one. 2 elf women in my life. I know that it gave both of them a heart to know that our mission was to awaken children, and that it brought them joy to see the other things that we have awakened. And I will gesture at my familiar on my shoulders, the dragon, which
you tell Healy to go to dragon. You tell Healy to go to dragon form.
I do, in fact.
You see this small snake shift, and legs emerge, and dragon wings sprout from its back, and it has been it's been it has been some time since you've all seen dragons. You have been around for at least 3 ages, and it has been about 2 ages since you've seen a dragon last. So this is an old thing that has been brought back into the world.
The world is said to be divided in two by some. Spirit and material, the real and the unreal, the Fae and the not Fae. Being, dunya, multiple concepts for the same thing. We, my husband and I, are leaders of, let's say, the real. The other half is led by the children of magic. In a similar fashion to us, our counterparts, if you will. Our opposites and our equals in every way. How you faced us must not be how you faced them, or you will fail. And there is 2 more little flowers. I would not dare to give this one a test.
Keely says, "May I, Mother?"
You may, darling.
Keely hops off of Shosha's shoulders and presents its wings and bows. And you've seen dragons bow, and it is an honor among honors. And it has been, it's you've known that the dragons weren't extinct, that they just left to go into the twilight, the same way that most of the Fae left to go to the Feywild. And this is the first that is here in the material plane, and he is bowing to autumn and summer. Yeah.
Elandra bows equally as deep, and although I think he's probably a bit more severe looking, there's no fancy wings or anything. It's very military. It's still a very rare thing to see one of the elf regents bow. Now you, white-haired one.
Yes.
Your test is one of truth. All of your party members must die, but you may save one. Who is it?
The king.
Easy enough answer. Can you tell me why?
The king must live for Gloria. My mission is not even to protect the other KingsGuard. My mission is to protect the world itself. The world itself has charged him as its leader. My orders don't come from the king. My orders come from Gloria.
Have you ever wondered why they would choose him? What purpose does he serve? What's his final test?
To unite the world, to defeat creatures born of divine sacrifice.
Understood. I hope then you'll forgive me for what I have to do. I give you your flower too, and this time I turn to the king and quite simply say, your task, your test. Quite simple indeed, the opposite of this one's. I will let all of your friends pass if you sacrifice your life to hear to me now. And I pull an arrow out of my bow. I pull an arrow out of my quiver and point it at him. Simply agree. And they walk through free. I do remind you that you have Death Grip up. Don't know if it's still active, but you do.
I look over to Yenna, Ade, Arabella, and Shosha. Take a deep sigh. And I walk up to Elandra and place arrow directly at his heart. I understand the burden of my mission. That that brought me here, and I will take on this test.
The test I gave you is a test I would give no ordinary mortal, not one of your kind. It's the same test I received when I sat upon that throne. The burden you carry is greater than you think, whether God decreed or people decreed. You may die by the end of this. Your task is not to lead them, but to prepare themselves for your loss. Because regardless, all things do come to an end. Even something like myself. That understood?
Understood.
Then you have my blessing too. Use it well. Well, this has been a very exciting couple of hours. So thank you.
Can I pick up my hammer? No.
We appreciate your grace.
Thank you
And
for
your
your
mercy.
blessings.
No worries. Yes, you may pick up your items now.
Thank God. It's
Thank
fucking
goodness.
cold in here.
I would just like to say that I was the one that brought these interesting mortals here, so I...
Layden.
Okay, never mind.
God. You know, Layden, do you know what you could do? Do you know what you could do for me?
Yes, my regent.
Come here.
Oh.
I give the others a look of, oh no.
Oh,
Yes.
Could you just and he like drapes his torso over one of the armrests, and he's like, can you just scratch my scalp for me, please?
It would be my honor.
Just make sure you dig in. You know.
I know how you like it.
Yes, 'cause I've been having a lot of headaches lately, especially today. My God.
You just got this. The whole time he presented himself, he was like trying to like be Mr. Baller. Y'all see, like this is his purpose. He is the royal head scratcher.
That is his only purpose.
Yes.
what is my purpose? The head scratcher.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
As for the rest of you, you have any idea of what actually to do once you're inside?
No clue.
I had
Absolutely
hoped
not.
to ask for your advice on that matter. I reach out.
Ignorance, it has been a while, but it should be not too different. Well, not dramatically different. A reasonable amount of difference.
I don't think they would notice anyway.
Oh, been asleep for so long. Not like us. Active.
I was told
We-
I had
Hmm.
a small modicum of information that was provided to me by a patron. That I was not to reveal my true name under any circumstances.
That is a good decision. But one must keep in mind that true names do change. Do not hold your new name so close to your heart that it takes over your old, lest you be captured as well.
To the left.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you. And he's starting to fall asleep again.
Every path is winding, and everything takes you in different directions. The
Do
world
you
can change
have
on each
to
of very
speak
feet.
in poetry every single time? Just tell them.
It's the Feywild.
I know
Things
it is
move.
the Feywild. I understand, but you speaking in poetry is just so boring. Just tell
Oh,
them
good
what
grief.
you
Come on.
need to do.
It's the land of our fathers, and then our fathers' fathers, and our fathers' fathers' fathers.
Do you have to keep doing that?
It's just I
It's been about 50 years. If it was going to catch on, it would have caught on by now.
just think that it
I
could be a
cast-
thing.
I go ahead and
Trying
cast
to make
silence.
father happen.
I go ahead and cast silence on Layden.
All right, the rest of you come with me. I'll take you to the entrance.
I guess one thing before we. To my understanding, I think several in my family, maybe somewhere here in the Vale. I don't know where. I don't know if you're aware. But that
you are aware that several has a number of non-elves with him in the Vale. You are also aware that several is very good at hiding. If he knows that having as many people as he has is a no-no, so he has been ducking you. Essentially.
Other question: How do I get? Do you want me to narrate it, or how do we get them across to the Feywild?
So there is a massive tree. Mm-hmm. If you want, I can describe the tree, or if you want, you can describe the tree. But that is the opening to the Feywild.
I would love to.
Go for it.
Well, first, you may be surprised this, but it's a bit of a walk away. Come on. What was I saying? Right. Things move. People change. You yourselves might change. Do well to keep in mind that. Oh, and try to be careful when you're eating anything. You know. I take them through the Vale. In terms of your family, he's been ducking me for quite some time. If you'd like, I could probably find out where he'd be when you exit. All you'll need is the right teleportation circle and be there in no short time.
That would be lovely. I only mentioned this because my sister, who looks very much like me, we're twins. She's younger.
Also Brightfinger?
No. More divinatory magic. She may or may not have. No, she did. She killed our entire family. And then I guess Gloria brought them back. And Sivril took them on the run. So I only mention this because if you happen to see another Air Genasi under the name of Mirabelle, she has no good intentions. She is a duplicitous wench. And she's looking to kill everyone in our family and everyone who ever associated with them, I think.
Appreciate the warning.
Yeah, she sucks. She's terrible. And she has some superpowered Nor Enigma next to her. Anyways,
1 second. I gave out flowers as tokens, but right now I pull out a leaf and I just press my thumbprint onto it and it stays in the leaf. Druid crafting, it's fun.
Heck yeah.
Show this to the next elven scout you meet once you've reached the Vale again. If I have information, they'll take you to the right place. And you can reunite with your family. If, on the other hand, your sister is in the area, I'll try and let them know as well. Oh, little piece of advice. As it so happens, a name you detest might be the best thing to protect themselves from reaching your true name. Something to consider.
Okay.
I take them to the edge of a cliff. And the cliff's edge is rather strange because every single rock is held up by a tree root that coalesces together to form a tree larger than any could ever see before. Its branches are made of shifting materials. Sometimes they seem crystalline, and other times they seem even made out of stone. Light emanates from between the roots, and right up below, in the a section of the white wood, there's simply a small door that looks no different than any other. Right through there. What you're doing is a large risk. Hope you know that.
It's a risk that we have to take.
Oh, I understand. If I could go, I would go with you. But I'm afraid one of the deals we made is that once we split the courts, we stay split. If I were to walk in there, the whole thing could come falling apart.
Thank you.
I get the feeling that your husband would be... You would both be lost without each other anyway. So.
Oh, don't tell him that. I'm waiting at least another century or two before he catches on to it.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Regent.
Your kind have not walked easily through this veil in longer than I've been alive. Don't take the trust we've taken in you and misuse it. You're saying, Yenna?
Yes, Elandra. My source also told me that obviously the courts are united, but not for good or for evil, but for chaos. Would you happen to know what that means?
Haven't the foggiest. Do I know what that means, by the way, Noir?
Oh yeah, you do. It means that there are laws that whoever's on the material plane has to subscribe to. The material plane has to have a certain amount of order in just to exist. The Feywild, however, does not. And the problem with the four courts was that you had four different groups trying to create the most amount of chaos in different ways, and it became too much. But two courts doing whatever they want, that's sustainable. So once it's your turn in the Feywild, you can mold that world to your liking, but you have to wait your turn. So, like, there is a little bit of curiosity that's bubbling in you as you see this door as to, I wonder what they did on the other side. But you know, whatever it is, it's maddening.
Oh, one more thing. Follow the yellow brick road, and then don't. Good luck.
Advice.
No worry. But through, I approached the door.
Has Elandra walked away at this point?
No, I'm just sitting there crossing my arms staring at all of you.
I'll
peek in the door.
I'll just... Day will whisper to Shosha with a slight smile on his face and says, "You know, they actually remind me of my mother's." Comforting in a way. Shall we?
Definitely have a very, very bad feeling about all of this, but yes, we shall.
I will take Shosha's hand and say, "Well, at least you have us to offset the bad feelings."
Somehow you all augment it, but I'm sure it will still be fine.
And I will open the door.
Yep. I open the door and...
Oh god, here we go.
All right, KingsGuard. To the Feywild realm.
To the Feywild.
To the Feywild.
Give us a small little wave.
And with that, you all enter the Feywild. And that is where we're ending our episode today. Holy shit! I need to have y'all on again! What? I love you too! That was amazing!
God.
Oh, that was so much cooler than anything I could have come up with. That was so awesome. I love you too. Thank you so much for guesting on our show. And now you're stuck. You have to come back.
It's in the contract. It was in the fine print.
But that has been our episode. This is KingsGuard, Guards of the Gate. I've been your GM Noir, and we're going to go down the line. We're going to start with just mind-blowing. We're going to start with Bree. Hey, Bree, thanks for stopping by. Tell us where we can find more of your stuff. I'm so fucking hyped because that was so good.
Well, thank you for having me. So my name is Brito. I go by she, they, and you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Brito_. I do a lot of scary things on Twitch, which include reading fan fictions that I wrote in my younger teen years. And I also do professional GMing, and I am also a TTRPG player. So yeah, you can find me doing the stuffs. But yeah, I had a really good time. Thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Oh, so good. I'm gonna find excuses for them to go back to the Veil now. That's what got Norden. Hey, whoa,
Focusing. Yeah.
Region of Summer. Shit.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Norden Aliva. Yes, you can call me Werewolf. My pronouns are he, him. You can catch me on the interwebs at Werewolf Feels on like Instagram or Twitter. I'm not your boss. Go do it yourself. You can find the huge list of the things I do on my card. So if you click on my Twitter and click on the profile, nordenleekadir.card.co, you can find a list of all the stuff I'm involved in. I'm a TTRPG writer, cultural consultant, sensitivity consultant, streamer, podcaster. It's a long list, and there are only more announcements to come. I cannot wait. Speaking of announcements, while we're here, you'll actually see me on this channel again Saturday morning, where I'm going to be joining these two fine folk. Unfortunately, not the entire cast, because that would be wild. But joining me,
Wild.
Wild. Fuck.
You said the thing. But,
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll see you later.
No time for the outro. Just go.
They said the thing. Joining Anita Noir for some fun stuff. I can't wait. And I thank you for letting me play Ilandra Dirk. Pronounce him, the Regent of Summer.
So awesome. Like, honestly, we had nothing planned and it works so well. Next, we've got Osha Harvard. Tell us about yourself. Where can we find you?
Hey everyone, my name is Harper. I've been playing Shosha Sistrurus. You can find me all over the internet as Harpersona or Harpersona Games. Harpersona on TikTok, Harpersona Games on Twitter, because Harpersona was banned. Don't ask me why. I did not do it. If you could give me a follow on TikTok right now, that'd be pretty cool, because I'm on a not great part of D&D TikTok, so if you all could just like tug me back over to the nice part, that'd be great. Thanks.
You and me both. I ended up with a bunch of people like, why can't I play POCs?
They need about like 280 to get to like 8,000 followers.
Hell yeah.
So like 280 of you, just get on that.
Yeah, all 280 of you who are here watching this.
Yeah.
But
Tell your friends.
I stream with my lovely, wonderful creative partner and best friend, who is to that side of me, Darby Pack. And we stream that side, right? Yeah. You know, I'm right.
You're right.
At twitch.tv/chaoticpod. We are on a brief hiatus from Hidden Magic while we figure out some scheduling. But instead, now you can now see me on Tuesdays for Harper's Homeroom. We do a lot of fun streaming stuff. I stream on Tuesdays and sometimes Saturdays on that channel. And I'll toss it over to Darby because that's all I do right now. She can tell you about the other stuff.
Gang. All right. What's up, Darby? Tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name's Darby. You can find me on Twitter as @DarbyPack. That's my real human name, but really I'm just a possum in a skins dude. When I'm not here, you can find me on the Chaotic Pod Twitch channel that Harper just talked about, and you can see me there on Wednesdays and sometimes Saturdays. Not this week, but maybe next week. I'm gonna be sorting my magic cards again, because I definitely don't have too many of those. It's definitely not more than 3,000. I went through 2 hours of stream and only went through 3 pre-release sized boxes, so I'm in hell. When I'm not on Chaotic Pod, though, I think that's it for me right now, because my other streams it's all sort of died down, because I realized maybe playing 12 games a week is a little bit too much. So I'm just trying to relax, trying to relax, trying to smooth the roll. So, yeah.
All right. Well, that'll move us over to the lovely D. D, tell us about yourself. Where can we find you?
Oh, hello, my lovely creatures of the dark. My name is D. I am a voice actor, streamer, musician, professional GM with the Magpie Curated Play program. You can catch me on my streams where I do all sorts of things. Currently, me and my chat are running through To Hunt a Killer, which is a sort of a true crime subscription box-based mystery where we have to flip through actual court documents and things like that. Obviously, they're fiction, but actual, like, formatted like court documents, and we're trying to solve a murder mystery. You can catch me on Tuesdays on my channel for the greatest esports team in all of Twitch.
Oh, God.
The Dub Club. We have never lost a single multiplayer game that we've played. There's no need to check the VODs. I just told you what happens at the end of all of them. So just tune in for the new episode and hope that there are no tech issues. We lag a lot. It's really weird. This fall, you can catch me over at Gut Punch RP, while I will be playing in a certain little something with the ladies over there for a fun campaign. And outside of that, I am also largely taking a break from the TTRPG space, but when I come back, I will come bearing gifts. Things will get very spooky around Halloween, or very scary around Halloween season, excuse me, and I will be the one providing all of the lovely madness. Thank you all so much for watching, and you can keep up with me on Twitter at @It'sTheRiddler if you have anything that you want to ask me.
What's the name of that gaming club you were in again?
Yeah.
The Dog Club! Oh, yeah! We're the cream, and the cream always rises to the top. Put me in a wrestling game so I can cut heel promos. There you go. You can go to the next person now.
All right. Next, we have the lovely Anita. Tell us about yourself. It's your channel. Tell
Hi.
us about all the stuff.
Oh my god, I can't tell you about all the stuff because all the stuff is starting this week. So this week on Wednesday, you can find me over on Vancouver by Night's Twitch channel. And I'm going to be in a game of Changeling the Dreaming called Tales from the Rookery. I'm very excited. I'm playing a Eshu, a wilder Eshu. Those are words. I don't quite know what they mean yet, but I'm learning. We just did our first session. We recorded it last week. It's airing Wednesday. On Wednesdays next week, on this channel, we are starting a brand new limited series of Humblewood that is GM'd by a Cat Attack or Avalon from the Femsplain podcast. This Friday, I am running my rural horror RPG in the Fear Itself system that is titled The Growing of the Dim. And I've got an amazing cast, and we just did our Session 0 last week, so I'm very excited to see what kinds of chaos and madness I can instill in my players as they find spooky things in the woods, maybe, or in their small town. That's me. And then Saturdays, you can find me here again for Morning Ritual, and our guest this week is the one, the only Norden Ali. Some small streamer, you might not have heard of him. I think that he's a werewolf. Can't confirm though. And that's it. That's all. That's me. I'll throw it up.
That'll be you, AJ. Tell us about yourself. Who you is, what you do.
All right, let's go through this. All right, hi, I'm AJ, also known as Osha Kid. I am a aspiring voice actor, a video editor, transcriber, other things that are going to be thrown in there sometime when I actually figure out my Twitch, my speech. You can find me on the 3 T's of social media, Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok as Husha_Kid. On the first Wednesday of every month at 7:30 p.m. EST, I serve Lord Quackers in Fallon Friends, a D&D actual play found on Misty Mountain Legends, as Dolph Fitzgerald, your cool bro halfling cleric / warlock. Did I panic and pick that name last to be my code name? Totally not. Nope, did not do that. I insulted a chicken god because he's not my god. I only serve Lord Quackers. He is the ultimate god. We have bread. We have bread all the time. And then on Mondays you can find me here, just chilling as the king, doing my thing, trying my best. But Tuesdays, I think there's a call for the best esports team you have ever seen. The Dub Club. Along with my teammates Milan and D, we go through all the games, all wins, every day, no losses. Don't check the VOD.
Why would you check the VOD?
Why would you check the VOD? We win all the time. There was one time, there was one time we came into a game. They played one round with us.
Ciao.
And they surrendered.
You tell them. I'm sick of talking.
They were shaking in their boots. But yeah. That's what I do. Oh, can't forget my lovely partner, Kelsey, crochets a lot of things, especially Healy, as you saw on stream. They crocheted that. You can go to their Twitter, crochet_BBY, and DM them and see if they can commission something for you. So, yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned she's posable. So, there's that.
Yeah. And I think that is it for me for now.
All right. That brings me. Hey, I've been your
GM.
I've been your GM. I'm Noir. You can find me all over the internet: Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I go by he, they. My schedule's dumb, but we're going to run through it real quick. Here we go. Every Monday, you can find me over at Black Cats Gaming for Curse Captains of Cthulhu. Then at 6:30, you can find me over here for KingsGuard. Then on Tuesday, tomorrow, I'll be doing a official review of the Avatar Legends Quick Start Guide for Weave to Tell. That's going to be at 12:30. Then you can find me over on Bards and Barbarian at 7 p.m. for our Outbreak Undead game. The zombie apocalypse happened at a convention, but don't worry, karaoke is fine. Then on Wednesdays, you can find me right back at Follow Black Cats Gaming for Hexcrawl, our spy game. And then you can find me over at Fae Academy later that day, 5:30, for Scarlet Citadel. I'll be introducing a new character, Doka. He's a druid, but he doesn't like using nature magic. Then on Thursday, you can find me over on Pixel Circus, where I play and produce a Kids on Bikes game called Trouble at Techburg. Highly recommend it. It's pretty funny. Friday, I sleep, in theory. And then on Saturday, you can find me over on Morning Ritual. We already told you we got the dopest guest ever. We got Werewolf Feels in the house. But don't forget, because I've already forgot, on Monday, wait, no, is it Mondays? It is Mondays. You can also find me over on Roll Together with where we show Andor, that other show where I am GM by the one and the only Bree. And then on Sundays, you can find me over on WebDM for Faded Sun. It just premiered this Sunday, and it was a lot of fun. I play a spicy Spock. What is a spicy Spock? Well, you'll have to watch that to find out. But I've got so much other cool stuff coming up, so please give me a follow on Twitter and Twitch. You might just see me in another game with Werewolf What. But that is it. Thank you all so much for sticking with us. We had a truly amazing time with our guest today, and we're going to wrap it up and raid our friend Sephi, who's on right now playing Pokemans, I do believe.
We are going to raid Persephone Valentine. Yep. Ready to go. Queuing it up.
So, thank you. It's been fun. And as always, for the king.
For the king! For the king!
For the king!
For the king!
All right, get out.